Who's ready for the holidays? It's just a few more days until Christmas, or currently going on is Hanukkah. Whatever holiday you're celebrating, hopefully you have a very, very happy holiday season. But before that, I'm John Renton with my review WWE NXT. It's a taped show, and yay, Merry NXT Christmas. Okay, this show is fine. Man, boy, this is really goddamn hard. Let me just put this giant ball on my head. Actually, the show wasn't all that bad, but since it's a taped show this week and a taped show next week, and considering the lineup for next week, boy, they really just decided to say, we're just going to cobble some things together, do a few backstage segments, and hopefully nobody will really care enough to tune out. They'll just have the TV on as White Noise, or maybe White Noise 2. Rob Lowe was in White Noise 2, and I believe Michael Keaton was in White Noise 1. Man, I need to rewatch White Noise. Nevertheless, enough about horror movies that nobody probably remembers. We get recaps of Roxanne beating Mandy. Okay, this is getting awkward. We need to we need to find out if Mandy, is going to come back to wrestling at all, or if she's just going to continue to make oodles and oodles and oodles and oodles and oodles of money on that brand army, whatever the hell it is. Apparently she's made quite a bit of money, and you know what? Good for her. She doesn't want to beat her body up, and they want to just say, okay, you can do this risque, racy stuff, and not beat your body up, and do the stuff even though you loved wrestling certain women in the ring, and you actually improved your work quite a bit. You could just take sexy pictures and videos and just do that stuff. Good on her. Sex work is work, by the way. Carmelo Hayes with Tricky Tiki Williams taking on Axiom Verge. Can I just say right now that Axiom has real big superstar potential because he's really, really good in the ring. He's good at high flying. He's good on the mat. And the Axiom gimmick is stupid. It's really stupid. It's not quite as bad as Sin Cara because Axiom actually is competent in the ring, which by that I mean he doesn't botch like Sin Cara did, at least the original Sin Cara. Axiom's entrance is stupid. Why is he pausing and doing all the weird stuff? High level work mixed with some great technical wrestling, and that's what you got. Good stuff. It's nothing that you hadn't seen before. There were though actually, as I said that, there is one move that I hadn't really seen before, at least the way it was done. A snap German while Axiom goes through the ropes. That was different, I will say that much. They pulled out a couple moves that, oh boy, I just had to eat my own words. I'm not eating my notes because ingesting ink is bad. Trust me, like that octopus that I met on the pier one time, I am not taking further questions. Let's just say that we were hen-tied up in the court for a while. So anyway, good submissions and counters. We got a Rana snap to a pop. Tricky Tiki interferes. And then we get a codebreaker variation, and I don't know what the hell they call the leg drop, what Carmelo Hayes calls it. I know what his spine calls it. Please come up with something else. Ow. But he hits it really goddamn good. Sky high is what I'm going to call it. 1, 2, 3, and there you go. Was it good? Yeah. Was it like anything? Was it anything where it's like, oh, best match of the year? I mean, if you think so, that's fine. Grayson Waller was all over this show wanting to get at Rex Braun Steiner, but he's on a media tour. First he praised Roxanne and said, why should I have to wait for my title shots and she didn't have to wait? Anyway, Tony D'Angelo wants a shot at North American Championship. Hey Stax, go tell Dijak to stay out of our business. And there you go. So Nikita Lyons took on Grandma Zoe Stark. We get a jump start where Grandma Stark tried the same thing, clipping the knee, but Nikita getting out of the way. And we get a jump start and we get action, if that's what you want to call it. Nikita is not very good. I don't think Nikita's going to really improve. But Grandma Stark, she remembers when the two lions came off of Noah's Ark and were able to repopulate, which, by that logic of Noah's Ark and the two of every animal so they could repopulate the earth, every animal is a victim of incest. Yeah, me thinks that people might want to stop paying attention to that storybook, but anyway, actually that's unfair because Grandma Stark actually put the lions on there. Hell, she actually gathered those lions, and it took her forever to get them across the Sahara and across the Serengeti and across all that other stuff. Then she got them there and somehow was able to survive the 40 days and 40 nights of flooding. Again, storybooks. Nevertheless, Nikita's not very good. We get a roll up with the ropes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that was certainly a match. A match that I enjoyed so much that I had to make jokes. All right, Mackenzie Mitchell's with Cora, who's going to have a big 2023 if Wendy Chu will get out of the goddamn way. Please get Wendy a different gimmick, a gimmick that is not abysmal and not embarrassing for wrestling. They're going to have a match next week. Boy, and I'm going to be watching that live because I have a different shift next week, and that means I get to watch that live. I can't wait. I think I'll do laundry during that match because I refuse to acknowledge Wendy Chu as anything other than embarrassing as far as a character. So, JC Jane, my goodness, what is going to happen to JC Jane and Gigi Dolan? You know what I hope happens? I hope they get called up in the Rumble, and by God, give them the tag titles at Mania. Who the hell are the tag team champions currently? Io Shirai and Dakota Kai? Fuck it, just give it to them. Why not? Why not? Honestly, at some point they need to call up other teams if they're going to insist on having these women's tag team championships on both brands, on both between Raw and SmackDown, and then on NXT across all three brands. They have to. I don't get it. Fallon Henley, her parents have bills to pay. They have mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. But Kiana got all the taxes paid off, and now she owns the bar. But they're going to fight next week to see who owns. Okay, that didn't exactly work. I'm not caging the elephant. I'm just talking about the fact they're going to be fighting over the bar. They're going to be fighting over shampoo. Gia, good God. Jesus Christ. God damn it. Good God. Totally fine during this. How dare anybody accuse me otherwise? I don't know why they're fighting over a bar. And Kiana and Fallon have potential to really, improve quite a bit. Kiana has great power, has, definitely shown out lately. And Fallon Henley is quite good as well. I'm not saying they don't need more seasoning, but fighting over a bar. Toxic Attraction, JC Jane and Gigi Dolan taking on Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley, taking on Kaden and Katana. Three-way tag team championship match for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. I need JC to, you know what, I'm just going to ignore that. JC just being a delight, doing, making the most of her TV time. I love JC Jane. She's great. If they ever did split JC and Gigi up, I hate to say it, but under the WWE banner, JC would be the breakout one. Not that I hate to say that about JC Jane. I just don't see Gigi Dolan doing well unless they have her in a tag team. At least in WWE. It was fine, but it was also messy. There were times when moves clicked, times where things didn't. And JC just being a delight. We then get a roll through on a clutch 1, 2, 3. You would think people would stop going for clutches or sleepers and would learn, hey, we don't need to get caught like Shayna Baszler got caught when Kairi Sane beat her, or when anybody decides to beat Shayna Baszler by immediately going for the most devastating maneuver in all professional wrestling, the surprise roll-up. But nope, everybody just wants to make a mistake with getting the roll through. What's next for JC and Gigi? Please have them in the Rumble. Please have them in the Rumble. Oro and the Blind Forest is coming back, and he likes dancing. He's going to keep on dancing. I forgot that they actually brought him over to NXT. He's actually pretty good in the ring. Oro and the Blind Forest, but nevertheless. All right, earlier Booker sat down with Roxanne to talk about, well, not putting on the red dress, not turning out the red light. Roxanne turned out the... Anyway. Talks about her growing up, training in reality of wrestling, winning the NXT Women's Championship. And you know what? It meant a lot to Booker. It meant a lot to Roxanne. For the love of God, Roxanne can't even talk in pre-tapes, please. Roxanne seems delightful and genuine and everything, but just please stop having her talk in stilted ways. Here's Apollo. What's next for him? He hypes up Roxanne, says, he'll go back to gaining another shot at the championship. And here's Hayes. I'd be for this match. You want to build this up for Vengeance Day in a few weeks, God forbid. It's actually going to be about 6 weeks. They go back and forth. Apollo getting a little more focused. I'm for this. I'm for this match happening. And it ought to be fun. So, New Day wanted Pretty Deadly Glory to jump through hoops and get a whole bunch of random stuff as gifts, and then they would give them a tag title shot. This had television time devoted to it. Why? Why is Pretty Deadly Glory having television time devoted to them? Anyway, so Saint Elbows Fire has her bat, and then Isla Dawn, blows her in the face. Just gives her a big old facial that burns. I remember a girl that did that to me. And that's all I can talk about until the cases are settled. But it's like Saint Elbows Fire. No, oh, my eyes. I'm not supposed to get the red Menzie powder in it. Have fun unseeing that, folks. And last week we had an Elfie Blade and Joan seeing Ava Rain, who I actually forgot was part of the company. And then the Schism showed up, and then I remembered, oh yeah, the Schism stuff's stupid. We're getting a 6-person tag, or a 6-man tag, and Ava Rain's going to be there, I guess. Sure, why not? Schism stuff's stupid. St. Elbows Fire, she got blinded by the light, by the Menzie powder. Fuck it, that's what I'm going to call it. And Grayson Waller's still looking for Steiner. Andy Hartwell took on Elektra Lopez in a match that it was alright. It was fine. Elektra still needs some work. She did manage to somehow conveniently hide Brass Knuckles in the turnbuckle pad and then pulls him out at one point, hits Indy. The referee is apparently made to be a complete buffoon, doesn't see this. 1, 2, 3. And there you go. She hides him conveniently. I will say that was actually kind of a cool spot. And then Mackenzie is with Wesley. He's ready for everyone. What do you mean everyone? Everyone! So Ruka versus St. Elbows Fire did not happen because Isla Dawn, Jesus Christ. I don't know, who told Isla Dawn to wear that, but give them a raise. Please give them a raise because goddamn she looked great. And she put St. Elbows Fire's hand in the steps and then hits it with the bat. No, ow, I couldn't have possibly got my arm out of the way, but god damn Isla Dawn. Jesus Christ. She looked great. That is definitely a Christmas gift right there. No, seriously, she looked great. And she apparently controls the production truck because everybody just it went all weird and had her laughter. God, she looked great. Anyway, Chase University stuff with Dookie Nukie Hudson. Oh, he's going to be turning to snapping and going heel and taking over Chase University. And why is this on television? Fallon Henley, my goodness, is what I wrote down. Kiana came for Jensen. Never mind. So, Gulak is training people. He wants Hank Walker to just observe him next week when he does a training seminar. You know what? If you're going to keep Gulak under contract, why not utilize him as being a really good technical wrestler? New Day took on Briggs and Jensen with Fallon Henley NXT Tag Title match, while Kiana and Gia watched from the front row. And there were moves, there was stuff, there was a Poison Rana for no goddamn reason. It was well done, sure. And then we get a sky elbow, 1, 2, 3. And a handshake afterwards. That's all I have to say about this match. And then in the share, they are ready for the Creeds. But the Creeds have to prove themselves. And then Julius is going to prove himself against J.D. McTuna next week. And then Grayson Waller comes out in the big old puffy jacket he's been wearing the whole time. And here comes Steiner, conveniently from Charlotte, doing press tour stuff. I guess he drove 10,000 miles an hour to get there on time. And then he goes into Spearman, boom, and then it turns out that he was wearing a bulletproof vest with a sheet metal thing, just like Goldberg and Bret Hart did on, I think it was the end of March 1999 episode Nitro in Toronto. It's old as new again. Grayson Waller's insufferably good in the ring, and I don't want to see him again, but they're going to build this up, and please have Steiner win. Do not have Grayson Waller beat him. Anyway, nevertheless, Merry NXT Christmas, everybody. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. Merry NXT Christmas. See you soon.